Hey y'all. So this video is going to be way different from all my other videos because I had a lot going on this week and I did not get a chance to vlog like at all. I started off vlogging doing sleep training for JB, but my week was just different. It was a different type of week. So anyway, I am going to do a quick makeup routine and tell you guys about my week. Let's go. So I'm starting with a pretty clean face. My skin has actually improved a lot since having a baby. I used to have very problem skin. I used to have a lot of breakouts, but it has gotten a lot better. So I'm thankful for that. But I'm starting with a clean face, and I am going to start with my eyebrows that are a little wacky this week. So this week, last Friday, we started sleep training JB, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Like Friday night, he did a really, really good job. I used Precisely My Brow Pencil by Mented Brow. It works really good. It's a little point. So that Friday night, he went to sleep probably like I would say 11, and when he went to bed, we kept going back in to check on him like every 3 minutes. So it took him about an hour and 20 minutes to fall asleep. But when he fell asleep, he slept for like 6 hours. Like, he slept all night. He woke up one time. We went in there and soothed him, and he went like right back to sleep. So I was really, really surprised at how well it went once we got him to sleep. And he has always like co-slept with us, and for me it's just uncomfortable because he prefers to sleep under me than BJ. So my back is always hurting because I got to be in some awkward position to nurse him, and it was time for us to start like putting forth some effort to get him in his own space. So that's what we did, and it worked out. Like I said, it worked out really, really good Friday night. And then Saturday, I think it took us about maybe 40 minutes to get him asleep. And once he got to sleep, he was good. He slept all night. And then Sunday, it only took us like 20 minutes to get him to sleep. So it like every day the time just decreased more and more, and he slept like all throughout the night type thing. So it was really, really good. Like it turned out really, really good. So we just try all week to stay consistent and just allow him to sleep in his own space. But it was hard because I had a lot of just reading to do for work, and I had trainings on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It was only like a 2-hour training, but the training wasn't like the best structured. So after the training every day, I just felt completely overwhelmed, completely just thrown, and I just couldn't get myself together. So when it was time to go to bed, I was exhausted. So probably like Wednesday night, I think we put him in his bed, and then he ended up back in the bed with us halfway through the night. And you know, that's how it went for the rest of the week. We would put him in his bed, and then I would in the middle of the night when he would wake up, probably just either because he was hungry or needed to be soothed. I was just so tired, and BJ was also tired, that we just couldn't put him back to sleep like we did during the weekend. So I wouldn't say that we failed, but we said we was gonna try it again the weekend, just see how things go. But this was just kind of like I knew I had a lot that I needed to do this week, and I was, like I said, like I was just trying to stay consistent and trying to just stick to all my goals. I'm about to clean my eyebrows up, and I used the Tarte Shape Tape and an angle brush. So we just tried to like stay consistent because we know that that's going to be key in making sure he sleeps in his own space. And I mean, who don't want their kid to sleep in their own space? Okay, I'm back, sorry. So I just cleaned up one eyebrow and I'm moving to the other eyebrow now. But I think I was just saying that it was just a really different week. It was difficult. I had a lot of readings to do and trainings to do for work. So I just spent a lot of time focusing on that and just trying to get all that done. Most of you know I just started a new job. So I am still in the process of just training and trying to learn my job, and you know, I'm excited about it. I really think it's, you know, a good position for me and a good opportunity for me to learn. So I really just have to focus on what I have to do so that I can start working. I'm supposed to get my first case like in the next week or so. So I'm trying to prepare for that. I hadn't always used the angle brush on my eyebrows, but I like it looks a little bit more cleaner whenever I use the angle brush. And remember, eyebrows are sisters, not twins, so sometimes they don't look the same, and that is okay. I want to just get better with makeup. I feel like I do a pretty good job for myself, but you know, everybody got their preference when it comes to makeup, so. I spent a lot of time this week trying to just be consistent on social media. I'm just gonna like blend this out a little bit with a beauty blender. Just trying to be consistent on social media this week as well, because we all know that consistency is, that's my dog. We all know that consistency is key whenever you are trying to show up online. Just making sure that people know who you are and what you're doing. You can't expect for them to support you or be a part of your business or your journey if you're not showing up and letting them know what you're doing and who you are. So I just spent this week really trying to show up and be present as much as possible. I'm using this NYX Proof It Eyeshadow Primer. Put a little bit on my eyes, on my eyeshadow. Not a big eyeshadow person, but eyeshadow is obviously the key to makeup, so I try to put on a little bit whenever I do my little makeup, my everyday makeup routines. My skin is oily for the most part, especially like my cheek areas, my chin, my nose, and my T-zone. So I try to make sure I put on like a powder or something to keep the oil down. I am going to use my Mented palette for my eyeshadows today. They have a lot of natural colors in here, so I'm just gonna go through and kind of So that's like what all I'm gonna do to my eyes for right now. I'll just go back and touch it up a little later. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Primer. I love this primer, it works really good on my skin. Put that all over. So I try to make sure that when it comes to my business, I am a little bit more intentional in making sure that the work that I do serves purpose and like really has meaning and brings me the type of results that I, you know, really want out of my business. And I feel like I've been spending a lot more time making sure that that is the case when it comes to what I do and how I show up. And it's been working. Like, I've been getting really good feedback about just videos that I post and things that I do. I want to do more speaking engagements this year, so I have some speaking engagements lined up that I plan on working on this year. I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush because it's bomb for my foundation. And I'm using Fenty Beauty Foundation. My color is 420. I'm just gonna feel like I don't even need a lot of foundation whenever I use this brush. It's pretty good. So I want to continue I will continue to be more intentional when it comes to my business and things that I do, events that I do, videos that I post. I want to make sure that I'm reaching people and make sure that, you know, I'm actually serving a purpose. Really want to gain more clients this year when it comes to coaching. I just feel like, you know, I could do a lot more than what I'm doing when it comes to that. So that's my goal this year, to just get a little bit more clientele all around, like get more people involved in my nonprofit, which is I.Am.Her Incorporated, and get more people just involved with me and my personal life and things that I do. So I've been working on a lot of different things for quite some time. I took a long break, of course, whenever my mom passed away, and then we got pregnant, and then adjusting to being a mom. So it's been about, I'll say, almost 2 to 3 years. I'll say 2 years for sure of me not really doing anything, because I was just in a space where I didn't have any ideas, I didn't have any creativity, like nothing was happening, y'all, like nothing. It was crazy. It was crazy. So I'm finally back, and I'm finally like working and doing things. I'm gonna do a little bit more foundation, have some discoloration, so dark spots. This makeup is bomb if y'all ain't used it. It's everything. So just being a little bit more intentional this year. All I really want to do is produce more. And even like, I don't always have good days, which is completely normal. Like, nobody has a good day every day. But even on my bad days, I still want to be able to show up and, you know, like, do what I need to do, because I know people are like really dependent on me, and they really like what I put out. So even, it's not about me, it's not about how I feel all the time, it's not always about me. Like, it's bigger than me. So it's my goal this year, and this was one of those weeks like I just had to focus on other things, because that's just where I am in my like personal life, where I had to focus more on my job and getting some of those things done, and I did. Still have a long ways to go. Still got a lot to do. I am using this Shape back and put eyeliner on while it's setting. Cardboard eyeliners. Okay, so I put on a little eyeliner. Not the bedside eyeliner, so I didn't want to put that on camera in case I messed up. Okay, so I am using this Studio Fix press powder to brush out this powder. So another thing that I just wanted to talk about is just how this year I plan on just expanding and being open to more opportunities, and I think that'll all come with time, of course, and just me being consistent, showing up for people, and doing what I ultimately need to do business wise. I plan on, so that I can like show up. So I plan to just come up with like a list every month of videos that I can either pre-record or just record like ahead of time, so that I can have a posting schedule, so that I can kind of know what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna post. This is Fenty's contour stick in the color Espresso, so that when it's time for me to post, I'm not like out here stuck trying to figure out what I'm gonna post about, because that's the main reason why I'm not able to post, because I always just gotta figure out, where I know in the past that was my reason, like I always got stuck in what I'm gonna post about today or what I'm gonna post about this week. But if I had a schedule of just what I was gonna post and when I was gonna post it, I think that would be a lot better for me to develop content. So, especially with me wanting to have more videos on YouTube and just on my personal page on Facebook. Well, not my personal page, but my I.Am.Sheresa page on Facebook. So that's my plan, just trying to come up with a system that's going to work when it comes to producing content. Put some up here, bring the color back to my face. light is just kind of low. Maybe so yeah, if you guys ever have any like ideas about videos, I'm open to suggestions and ideas. I like to do inspirational videos, mostly centered around self-confidence or, you know, building confidence for your business, because that's pretty much what I do. Or at least that's what I feel more comfortable. But I'm open, you know, never know. Baby, you probably need to. So yeah, that's my plan. I have been working with an amazing group of women over the last week or so, and it has been a really good experience. I'm not going to talk about that much now because we're still just figuring out everything and just trying to figure out how to make this work for us. So I'm super excited. We'll be talking about that more a little later, but it's an accountability group of women. I'm using Fenty's Hustla Baby for my highlights. But yeah, it's an accountability group of women who have businesses, who are, you know, just doing great and working hard, and we just wanted to get together and have a platform where we could come together and support each other and also hold each other accountable for reaching our goals. So it's going really good. Everyone's excited to work together. I really like this highlighter. So yeah, we are still working. Mom life for me is becoming a little bit better. Y'all know I really struggled in the beginning, especially with like breastfeeding and stuff. It was hard. It was hard. I really wish that somebody would have told me just like mentally how challenging breastfeeding was going to be, because it has been quite a journey. But he doesn't nurse as much anymore, and I wouldn't say I've given up on it, but I'm not as hard on myself as I was in the beginning. Like in the beginning I was like, I gotta do this, I can do this, my body's made for this, and it is. And I did. I was able to produce, you know, some, but for the most part, my body was just like, nah, I ain't doing this. I'm gonna put a little bit of brown under. Much all that I do. I feel like this light is making it look a little weird. yeah, this is pretty much what I do. My hair is a mess, but this is my makeup routine. I'll post some more pictures. Okay, so I turned that light out and it looks a little bit better now. Sorry I didn't do that before, but I'm putting on, this is MAC Chestnut lip liner. Just do a little bit. Yeah, I just wanted to, I didn't vlog this week, so I wanted to share something with you guys. My makeup routine was it, so. Here you go. And on a good day, it'll typically take me like 30 minutes or so to do my makeup if I'm like going to work or something. So yeah, I normally spray a setting spray, MAC Fix Plus. Didn't put on any lashes today, but you get it. And this is my finished look. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe.